if something like that happened, don't be afraid to step in. Uh,
But how about like kids getting bullied in school? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm sure you dealt with that like
yeah.
somehow. Like, somebody had jokes, Asian jokes, or how do you deal with different? Because I see you hang around with a lot of, you hang around with Asians, but you hang around with a lot of black people too. So it's like how like if other kids that don't have that experience with different types of groups of people, right? How should kids deal with like being bullied and people coming at them like that?
Uh, you gotta have a strong heart and just just learn to, you know, like I said, use your voice and don't let words can't break you. Don't let words uh break you. But at the same time, just just continue to just keep your head up as an individual who, when I was in elementary, did experience bullying, racism, bullying too. Like, little jokes here and there. It's just keep a big heart.
Because at the end of the day, bullies are only going to do that to people they feel like
That's
they can
weaker
do
than
it
you.
too.
That's
Right. You know what I mean? So
like,
fear,
yeah,
right. So
yeah,
as long as we can like find ways to overcome our fear and find ways to stand up for ourselves, chances are the people that are doing that will realize that as long as they see that you're not you don't fear, they feed off of fear. You know what I'm saying? So as long as people realize that you're not scared of them, and that that will change, right? So I think that's what the brother that's what NB now, you know, has what he says by using your heart. So with the music thing, right? Like, how did you start making music? Like, and then you being a Asian person from Stockton, like, how the hell did you like, even get to the point where you're at now, which is amazing that you got to the level you're on. You know what I'm saying? How did you do that?
uh, it really started off just as a hobby thing. I did it for fun, and it just came to the point where I started getting noticed. But a huge thing I believe in is a law of attraction and manifestation. Like, back then when I was a kid, I was sitting in my garage and I just tell myself like I'll really be a rapper one day. And I sit in front of the mirror and pretend like one day if I do an interview, this is what I'm gonna say, this is how I'm gonna act, or I want this and that. And then years later it happens. But it's like, just if that's something kids want to do, regardless of what it is, just you got to manifest that and really believe in it. And I feel like anybody can achieve whatever they want to be, as long as they heart and mind is really into it.
So hold on, how young were you? You was how young was that?
Like 16.
16 years old. So you already you like in your mind you said that that's what I'm gonna do, and you was preparing yourself for it, right? And you kept on putting that into the universe
Yeah,
and you believed it before anybody believed it.
yeah. Like I believe that really deep down. Like, law of attraction is really a real thing.
Did people look at you like when you first said you was gonna be a rapper? Did people look at you like, whatever? Like, did you get that?
I never even told people I wanted to be a rapper because of that.
What? You never even
Yeah,
told nobody. That's crazy.
because like I said, I'm Asian, I'm coming up, and it's like no one want to hear that. You know what I'm talking about? So I really kept it to myself, and I was like, I'm gonna just make music, let the music speak for itself.
So you just started making music and you just started putting it out there, and then you just like just people just started getting to it, or did you have to like what was the steps of you getting to like your first recognition? What was your big like the first step, like the biggest, like the big step, the first step where you was like, oh shit, this shit is like starting to this is really coming true.
Investing in yourself. So, I dropped the video and I was like, I was working this little side job, a little hustling on the side or whatever, and I stacked up enough, and I paid attention to like videographers and who was popping at the time. And it's like a lot of like people who's doing music in the area don't want to invest in themselves or pay certain amount of money for for services. So my first main video I was like, I'm gonna take a shot at it. I'm gonna invest in it, and I got some little bit of looks in there, and I just continue to invest in myself.
That's crazy, yo. I just last time I was in LA, I was shopping and I bumped into MB Now. I saw MB Now. He was shopping, and he was like, "Yo, I'm getting ready for this music video. You want to can we say who that was?
Oh yeah.
Who was it?
Draco the Ruler.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I like Draco the Ruler, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Draco the Ruler, and that's a big look that you got a song with Draco the Ruler. You know who got a song with Drake right now that's popping right now.
Yeah.
How did you start getting like? Is that one of the moments? Like, how big is that moment for you? Like in terms of your career, like.
It's crazy. Like I said, a lot of things that be happening still be unbelievable to me because it's like a lot of people it's really like organic. Like how a lot of the shit be happening is really organic. Like each other's DMs or like shine each other out or something like that, and it just happened naturally. And it'd be crazy because, like I said, I'd be fan of everybody that be, like China Mac. I knew who China Mac was. I was a fan of him as a kid, and and then you hitting me. You know what I'm talking about? Like shit like
Right.
that be crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And watching you doing this right now, and like with all of the Asian, like with all of the Asian hate that's going on, watching like another Asian brother doing that shit, like it's just. And I know a lot of kids in here because last week I was like, "Yo, who y'all want to see? Who y'all want to come up?" And everybody was like, "MB now, MB now, MB now, MB now," because you give a lot of hope to these kids, man, and that's powerful. That just a 16-year-old that was just sitting in your room looking in the mirror could get to this point right now where like thousands of kids are like are looking up to you and really finding like inspiration by you. You know what I'm saying? Like did that hit home to you yet, like that you have actual influence and stuff like that to people?
Yeah, it's still unbelievable to me. Like I still take everything, still taking everything in slowly.
So all right, so a lot of the kids, Tasha, do we have the questions? Do we have some questions, Tasha?
Yeah, we do. So, let's see.
Before we start there, does anybody on the stage have any questions? Let's start with the people on the stage first. So Panda, do you have a question for MB now?
Nah, I don't got any questions right now at the moment.
Okay, Tasha, do you have an individual question for yourself?
Yeah, I want to know, how does it feel to you, being an Asian rapper? Do you feel like, you made it as an Asian rapper? Like, was it hard for you to make it being Asian?
Yes and no at the same time. One in the industry, because obviously I'm Asian, that's something the industry ain't really seen before. You know what I'm talking about? And I still, even to this day, I still get labels that's scared to sign me because I'm an Asian that rap or talk about or talk the way I rap and talk. You know what I'm talking about? Like they still be like, oh, how are we gonna market this guy? He's, you know what I'm talking about? And I still be having that problem to this day. But at the same time, me being an Asian rapper, and I feel like it's so limited of us that me coming out kind of me like I got the Asian community behind me, which I feel really good to me.
Thank you.
Dope. Diamond, you got a question, bro? Diamond, you there? All right, Smoke, you got a question?
I don't got any questions.
Oh, all right, bet. Smoke, how about you, Smoke?
Yo, what's your goals, bro?
As far as in like long term, or
Yeah.
uh, obviously being influenced. If I impacted some kid's life some way somehow, then that's an accomplishment, and obviously get my family and myself in a better situation.
All right, bro.
Nathan, what's up? How about you, bro?
No, I don't got any questions myself right now.
All right, Freezy here. Do you have a question, Freezy?
Yeah. So, what's good, by the way? You talked about how you felt like there was pushback from, not really pushback, but how the industry doesn't really know how to market you as an artist and stuff. But do you ever feel any pushback from the Asian community for for being a rapper?
Yeah, actually, like a lot of them are like don't understand like what I'm rapping about, like as far as like the subject matter still. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Not
Right.
sure,
Yeah, I
kind of
feel
Mac,
that.
you understand like what
Yeah,
I'm talking
because
about.
right, because you come from a place where, a lot of Asian people might not come from that place. I mean, there are a lot of Asian people that come from the place you come from or place I come from, but there's a lot of other Asian people that doesn't know what the hell that is. So I definitely understand. I want to ask you before we go towards the other questions from the people of the community. I want to ask you, you're an Asian rapper, right, that uses the N-word, right? In your music. What how does that have you seen any like pushback from that, and then how do you deal with that, and do you think that uh Asian people should be using the word or not, or whatever? What's your take on that? Because I know you get that all the time.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as far as labels, I do. They definitely hear that, and they're afraid about like the cancel culture. You know what I'm talking about? But it's like, and as me as an artist, I'm trying to musically uh evolve myself where I stop saying that. But as far as are we allowed to, if I think we're allowed to say it, I'm not gonna really say whether we can say it or not. But I just look at it like, you know, like Mexicans be using it, and it's like it's really your environment. Because I grew up, that's how I grew up talking. Like, and no one checked me about it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I never got checked about it. No one told me to stop using it. Like, and that's just how I grew up talking. And but yeah, definitely, I'm definitely trying to start taking that out of my music because I'm trying to understand it from an international level, not international, but like nationwide level. Like a lot of people don't understand where I'm coming from, and it's still gonna look at me crazy. Like,
Yeah, on the subject of that, like when you feel like you're misunderstood as either as a person or as an artist, like how do you kind of go about dealing with that? Do you try to make an effort to make them understand, or do you just kind of go your own way and just let it be?
when I first started, I'd really try hard to make an effort to try to make people understand. But as I grew and started learning new things and growing as an individual and as an artist, I start not caring about how others
Gotcha.
feel. To be honest.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, I'm sure most of us, except for Mac, like can't relate to being misunderstood as an artist, but I'm sure all of us can relate to being misunderstood as a person, right? Whether it's, you're trying to be this kind of person, but your parents don't want you to be that, or you're trying to do what's best for you, but your friends aren't for you. So, I guess like when you're in those situations, do you think it's just better for you to like believe in what you like think is best for yourself and keep going, or do you? I know you said that you don't really try to convince other people to understand what you are. But how do you kind of go about doing that, or do you have any advice for the kids that might be going through a similar thing in school?
Uh, I'll just say this: regardless what you do, people will still find a way to not like you and belittle what you're doing or what you got
Right.
going. So do you? So it's just do you. They're gonna hate regardless. You know what I'm talking about? Whether you try to please somebody else, then just do what pleases you. Forget about pleasing somebody else. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I feel that. Life's short.
Facts. All right, so Tasha, can we let's get to the questions that the people in the crowd may have.
All right, all right. I could start off. So the first question is from Fraz. I don't know if they're here or not. If you are, you can raise your hand if you want to ask the question on stage. But if not, I'm just gonna read it. All right, I guess I'll just read it. So, as an artist, drawing inspiration to create can be a daunting task for many, especially when in pursuit of something new and original. What or whom has helped you develop your unique sense of creativity and help you produce work that is truly yours?
As like influence from like other artists, or I'm assuming just
Yeah, in general.
uh my my father, because he came to America. He was like part of this like this little band, not a band, but like he manages a little band. That's how I got my ear for music, I guess, because my dad was always into music, and seeing him DJ and doing all that stuff had inspired me to take foot into music and take it as far as I did.
All right, cool. Does Mimi wanna unmute? I mean, does Mimi wanna raise her hand to come up on stage?
Mimi, you there?
Someone's gotta let Mimi on stage.
How do we do that?
I invited her to speak. She's just not.
Okay, let's try.
I'll ask the question for her, I guess.
Mimi, you there?
Mimi,
We could try resending it.
Mimi asks, as an Asian rapper, do you feel marginalized in the hip hop today?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Cut off.
Mimi asks, as an Asian rapper, do you feel marginalized in the world of hip hop today?
Like large in the lives, what you said?
Marginalized, like, do you feel like you're like, kind of like excluded, or like you feel like you're treated different in the world of hip hop today?
Yeah, I still feel that way, definitely, because like I said, labels be when I speak to labels, they tell management and stuff that they're still scared to sign me because of me saying certain stuff still and this and that. But you know, just slowly still evolve because I feel like it's so new to everybody still.
All right, does somebody wanna let Genghis Khan on the stage to speak?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
What motivates you on an off day when you need a boost?
Looking back at where I came from and my daughter and all that, and not wanting to go back to that, dark place.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, switching gears real quick. This is an audience question. What's your favorite Jollibee menu item?
I like that the burger with the pineapple on it.
Really?
What's that called?
Really?
What was that called? But usually it's the spicy chicken. I just get the spicy crispy chicken.
Okay.
And then the gravy drizzled on top of that with the rice.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that orders an Aloha burger, so you're tripping.
That just be a side thing, but it'd be the spicy crispy chicken and gravy, and then the pies. The pies.
Yeah. The spaghetti got a bust too.
Yeah, and the spaghetti.
Right.
Are there any other questions, Sasha?
Yeah, there's actually a lot.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, this next one, the next question, I think he's in here up on the stage. It's from Bolo, so you can go ahead.
Yes, sir, I'm in. So the next question is, so what kind of challenges did you have to face during the start of your rap career?
One was like what we've been talking about, just being accepted as an Asian artist. A lot of people don't really take that serious. I guess especially when you first coming up, that a lot of people don't see that as like who's gonna slap this or gonna play this. You know what I'm talking about? But that just goes in the fact, just continue to do what you do, and they're gonna hear it eventually. They're gonna hear you.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Let's get to somebody else's next question. Somebody named Andre510. So let me see here.
Can we do this? Can we like bring up the 5 people, like the 5 next questions? Just bring them up here so they could just, and then as they ask the questions, we could just take them down.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Can we get Pizza Burger, Chris, And MB Nell #1 fan on here. If you guys could
Right.
just raise your hands.
Yo, but while we waiting for them, MB now, how has it been like, because you just recently had a baby, how has that been like, how has that changed your perspective in life? And how has that like, changed your career?
Having a baby is like the biggest motivation I feel like anybody can have, really, if it's your first child. Like you just want the best for yourself and your family, and get yourself in a better position and set yourself up and your baby's life up. So it's
That's
definitely pushes you harder.
That's dope, bro. Congratulations too, man. You know what I mean? Congratulations, bro, on the baby. You got a beautiful baby, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, so what we got, Tasha? Go ahead.
We're gonna start with Pizza Burger. If you want to unmute and see your question.
Oh, I heard your parents wanted you to go to college. Wait, how did they react to you wanting to become a rapper instead?
Yeah, so my parents, my mom really wanted me to be traditionally like I feel like it's common that she wanted me to be like a nurse, and obviously go to college and do this and that.
That's crazy. Imagine MB now as a nurse.
Yeah. Yeah, so but it was like I said, the neighborhood I was coming from is like it's too much distractions. So I didn't have the mindset to want to do all that. And so to this day, when I first started doing it, they kept thinking I was crazy. They didn't take me serious until, so I started putting some money in.
Say it, bro, until you started bringing that money in. Asian parents they not gonna want you to do anything but like some professional stuff until you start making that money and you bring them checks in. They're like,
even to this day still. Like
she still don't want you to do it?
No, I mean she see that I'm doing, like she see it's working, but it's like she's like it's not gonna be forever. You gotta have, you know what I'm talking
about? Right. That's the Asian. Everybody go through that. It don't matter.
Yeah, like because it's like
Chinese, Korean, everybody, all that.
Yeah, because you gotta think like they gonna come. Imagine your parents, their parents come in another country, come to America to start new, and then they kid be like, I want to be a rapper. You know what I'm talking
about? Right. Well, yo, Tasha, who's the next person?
Can we have Chris unmute? I don't think he's here, but his question was, what got you into rapping and how did you link up with Stupid Young?
So my partner was rapping before me, and he had went to jail. He got locked up, and then I had found his journal, and then and I was reading it, and then I just started writing my own raps. And that's really how I got into it. As far as the Stupid Young, which is crazy because I always knew of him too, and seen his his battle raps and shit on YouTube. He had tapped in with me randomly on Instagram, and then from that point on, we just linked, and he just knew some people in Stockton that I knew. So
cool. Can we have MB Now #1 fan unmute?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what advice do you have to pick up like girls and like just get a lot of like females?
That's funny. That's a good one.
Confidence. Confidence don't run, but I can't really answer that fast. If you're confident, bro, you're knocking them off.
There is one more question that I just wanted to know. I don't think this person asked it, but it was, what was daily life in Stockton as a teenager like?
Like I said, it's different for everybody, but it was really Stockton was really the trenches. Like you get involved in stuff that you don't just necessarily want to, but it's it's damn near all you know. When all the other kids is, that's what all the kids is involved. You want to be cool too. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, growing up, I didn't really have like good shit to like. I went to school bummy. You know what I'm talking about? So seeing other kids with this and that, obviously, and my parents didn't want to get it for me, so I had to get involved in stuff for me to want to dress up cool and you know, fit in.
How was your high school experience? Like, how did that go for you, being Asian?
It was good actually. It wasn't that bad actually, because you know, there was so much different races at the school I went to, Edison High School. Like we had Indians, Mexicans, Asians, like, and it was like there's literally everyone damn near doing like the same thing. Like it was race was never like an issue. In my like me personally, you know what I'm talking about? I can't speak for everybody else's experience, but personally, like in high school, when it got to the high school, other than people making jokes and stuff like that, it never really was a real serious race issue like that. Everyone was really together because it was just so much minorities together.
That's good. Does Lean Pistachio want to come up here and say their question? Okay, I don't think they want to come up, but their question was, where and how did you come up with that unique hairstyle?
With the tail.
Yeah, I think so.
It was just something I wanted to do. I had a tail in elementary because I forgot who had it first, but there was like a artist or like a dance group or something with the tail, probably something from like the Jabberwockies or something, but I don't know. But had a tail, I cut it off, and in high school I got it again, and it's like that was kind of like normal out here in like in the Bay Area, like people be getting tails like that. So so it was funny to me seeing like people still like surprised to see that. Like that was different because it was hella normal to like where we from.
So you got inspired by other people with that hairstyle?
Yeah, when I was a kid, like young, like I think like I don't remember exactly who. If it was like another artist or if it was like I think it was like somebody from like the Jabberwockies or something. But I'm not too sure. And I ended up just getting it again in high school because it was like it was cool, like a shag or tail like that. That was kind of like that was cool. And I ended up getting in and crazy seeing everybody else like out of state, out of city getting in. And they're like, oh, it's just so crazy.
That's cool. Does Bolo want to come and unmute?
And I just recently cut it off too. I just cut it off. I had that on for like
Why'd you
6,
do
7
that?
years.
Why you cut that off?
Yeah, I felt I don't know, man. I was getting tired of it.
Right.
Man, that's funny. I know a guy who really loves your music. He got inspired by the rat tail and just started it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna braid it for him soon. He just started that up because of you.
Oh yeah, that's crazy too. Shout out him.
Hey, Bolo ain't here.
Do we got anybody else?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read out his question. He said, what kind of actions do you think the Asian community should take in order to reduce the anti-Asian hate crimes?
Start, you know, now I gotta start doing this too. Is be more loud on social medias and don't be ashamed, because I feel like there's still a lot of Asians out there who's not really necessarily ashamed, but it like don't want to speak up or, you know, get involved or like just use their voice. I feel like Asians are so used to being quiet and not speaking on like issues. You know what I'm talking about? And it's never and we're just getting used to it being on mainstream media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just using their voice. And obviously that's been working because, you know, Nike and just all these big mainstream companies now are like backing us now, and it's crazy seeing that.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, I got a question. MB now, so there's a lot of people, I see this like being this narrative, right? That black people kind of like hate Asian people, or black people don't like Asian people. What is your take on that?
I feel like, I mean, like I said, there's races in every race group. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's just we easy targets. Like, you know what I mean? Like robberies or licks, house licks and stuff like that were easy targets.
Hmm. So it's not. So do you think
As
that?
far as the elderly's getting randomly, like, I don't understand what all that's going on about. Like, and I'm seeing this from a bunch of different races doing that, so it's never really just going on one race. But how I see it, the other hand though, is like I said, easy targets, like for robberies and stuff like that.
And just to take out their frustration on, right? Like people are frustrated right now for whatever reason, and people just want to take their frustration out on somebody that, and then a lot of times they just take it out on Asian people because they feel like Asian people just are easy targets, like you said, or there's going to be no repercussions.
Yeah, no repercussions. But it's
Right,
like it's
but
just so mind-boggling to me, because I just don't understand like this shit even happening, like, for no reason. Like, it's crazy.
right. Do we have anybody else? Any other questions?
Yeah, someone who's not here asks, what was your comfort food growing up?
Spam, chicken adobo, like just the usual Filipino stuff. But I ate spam a lot
Fire.
growing up. The little Vienna sausages. Grew up on those too.
Vienna. So how would you stuff them up? Like in a soup or like in the how
What's crazy? When I was a kid, I literally was just eating it straight out the can. Like, I
out
just
the can
stuffed it on the
with
rice.
bread,
Like,
or just out the can, just like that?
no, literally out the can. I ain't cook it or nothing. Like, I thought that's how you supposed to eat it the whole time.
Tough.
Like they was Pringles, right?
Yeah. Like, I just pour it on my rice and just eat it like that.
With the juice and all that.
It depends. You know how
Yeah,
sometimes
but-
it be super thick. That's gross. But
Oh, you nasty.
First the Aloha burger, now this shit. You're on thin ice, my guy.
Yo, my guy got different type of taste buds, bro. Yo, anything else? Where we at, Tasha?
It's probably about like 10 more questions left. Is that cool?
Well, let's get let's do like 5 more.
Okay. So this one comes from me. I just want to know, how did you develop your rapper name, MB Now?
MB now. So MB is the the group label, the clique, whatever you guys want to call it. Muddy Boys, Mud Brothers.
Mhm.
And then Nell is short for my first name, Jonell. And then so it's just MB Nell. And then so when I first uploaded it, it was a mistake, like, to not space it. But and as since then, all the directors just put it not spaced. So that's why it's not spaced like that. I just ended up sticking with it.
That's cool. It's like owning your mistakes, sort of.
Yeah.
Do we MUVE wanna
Yeah, they come back on mute to ask a question.
yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yo, I just wanted to ask, who are your musical inspirations / who are you trying to do a feature with?
Like a dream feature.
Yeah, dream feature.
Right now it'd be Polo G. He's like one of my favorites right now. Polo G, Drake, one of my favorites, like Lil Wayne when I was growing up. As far as inspirations, like my sound for my ear for music is like broad, so it's like Nipsey Hussle. I was a huge fan of Nipsey Hussle. Still a huge fan. I took a lot of inspiration from him, and then like all the way down to like this rapper. I don't know if you guys are familiar with G Herbo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lil Wayne. I just it was a whole bunch of different rap styles. I feel like that's how I got my style.
All right, cool. Does someone wanna invite Woods up on here? Okay, I don't know if he's coming up. So his question was, outside of music and rap, what are some of your current interests and hobbies? What do you do in your free time?
I've been really like looking into like doing stocks and like investing and property and stuff like that. Like trying to make my money stretch. So I've been really taking my time out to study stuff like that.
All right, cool. Nathan, do you see any questions? I think that's all from my end.
We have F's Capital. No, so I don't think he's here right now, but F's Capital as an Asian artist, more of a recognition independently or in the industry?
I've been getting a lot of recognition independently. I feel like I haven't really, but at the same time though, I've been getting a lot of, like I said, artists that I was fans of, like knowing who I was, knowing who I am and stuff. Like I get DMs from like artists that's like in the industry, like they're, and it's still like I said, I think people are still getting used to the fact that it's an Asian rapper that's coming up sounding like the way I sound, and being Asian in general. There's a huge market that's untapped with.
I think we got one last question from Ray the Cray. Does he want to come up?
Yo, what's up? Good afternoon, whatever you are. I don't know, wherever you live in. My question for you is, what was your favorite hobby, or let's say comfort activity when you were younger, as a child, or in high school, whatever?
When I was a kid, playing outside, I was skating a little bit. When I was like 14 or 13.
Feel you.
Yeah, skating, just playing outside. I was on the PlayStation. When my pops got me my first PlayStation, it was a PS2. I was on that heavy. Yeah, just regular kid activities. It was just playing outside a lot.
I still got my PSP to this day. PSP.
Oh yeah.
I dropped it so many times, and it's
I got that. I still got my shit, but it's broken. That shit not working.
Mine still works to this day. 10 years later, I dropped it so many times, but it was way ahead of the generation. This was way ahead of its time. This PSP. I'm so glad I had it this day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause back then I was still trying to. I ran through like 4 PS3s trying to have it working. Hella long.
I feel you. All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, all right, so I think we're about to wrap it up. But before we do that, MB now, I want to say I want you to talk a little bit about, peer pressure, right? Like, and that could be with drugs, that could be with joining gangs or anything like that. Like, you want to speak a little bit on that, like, how you dealt with it, and now that you've grown up, like, how would you, like, what type of advice would you give a young kid that's dealing with, peer pressure?
Yeah, growing up, I had to deal with a whole lot of peer pressure and a whole bunch of different forms. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, if you don't do this, you use a bitch, or if you this and that. But as I grow up or grow, it's like the people doing this trying to peer pressure you to make you do things. It's like you gotta look at it like, are they in a position I want to be in? You know what I'm talking about? It's like
that's deep right there, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like I don't like it's. I'm at a point where I don't give a fuck about like nobody's opinion or if somebody peer pressure me or even suggest things to me. If it's like what I don't. You're not you're not in the position I want to be. Like your word don't matter. Like is doing this gonna, you know what I mean? And that's back to what I was saying earlier. People gonna hate you, like you, regardless. Don't be afraid. If you're a kid being peer pressure, do stuff. Don't be afraid to say no. Stop trying to be cool. Like that shit don't matter. 5 years from now, that shit don't matter. Not even 2 years from now, that shit don't matter.
And don't be afraid to be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be afraid to be yourself.
Right. I'm sure like when he had that little tail, the people probably teased him or any other thing. Like if you're different, like embrace that difference, because you know there's a lot of people that are like popular now, like they were teased when they were kids, and they're doing the same thing that they're doing now, but it's like so popular now. So if you own your truth, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't ever let anybody like, you know, just because they're not familiar with it or they don't agree with what you do, don't let anybody like, you know, change who you are. Be proud of who you are, you know, and stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And I think once you do that, you know, things will, you know, like you'll really see like other people's opinions don't really matter, you know?
Yeah. And that's the reason why I kept the tail so long as I did, because so many people was telling me, what the fuck is that? Cut it off.
Yo, people would come clowning on you on that tail?
Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm keeping it on. So I cut it for my own personal, you know what I mean? No one bullied me to cut it off. I wanted to.
Right. Yo, man.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, MB Now, thank you so much for coming on the server, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody that was on here. We appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you know, you out here making us look, you know, making us look good, and we appreciate your music. We appreciate your hustle. We appreciate your story. And thank you for sharing, you know, for coming in here and sharing your story, bro.
No, I appreciate you guys for having me.
All right, there we have it. MB Now.
Hey, I got a question.
What's up?
Yo, Now, who's your barber, bro?
Who my barber? Ephraim. Ephraim the barber. That's my main barber. But I got cut by a whole bunch of different people, but that's the main barber I'm going to right now.
Oh, I get cuts from Leon.
Oh yeah, shout out Leon too. He cut me a couple times too. Man, shout out everybody stuck who couldn't hear, bro. I support all the barbers out there who couldn't right now. They all going crazy.
Oh, Cam, you got your hair cut from the same person that cut MB Now hair? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out Leon.
All right. Yo, my brother, thank you, man. Thanks again, bro. Thank you for joining. And everybody that's listening. I hope y'all, you know, I hope y'all learned something from this young brother's story. And you know, let's keep it going.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, good stuff, bro. Good stuff.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
All right,
that made me a little nervous.
Nah, it's good. What you got kind of nervous at this?
Huh?
You said you was a little nervous?
Just talking in general. Nah.
Just talking to kids? Talking to kids or just talking in general?
No, I'm still
You still trying to get
yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Now that's cool. You did a great job, bro. You did a great job. And just keep on telling your story, bro. Your story is powerful, bro. And you know, we all watching, we rooting you on, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
All right, much love. All right, y'all. We offer this. Until next time, everybody. This Discord. Let's just not come here for the events. Let's partake in the conversations. We got a movie night coming. King Diamond is gonna tell us about that. Tasha, we're gonna need more cahoots. Let's get more community going on here, and let's keep it going. Right? Don't just come here because MB Now is here. Let's keep on pushing it. And the more you guys are active, the more I'll, you know, do my best to bring other people on here that you guys want to hear from and stuff.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all.
Hit them push-ups.
Yeah, do your push. Oh yeah. 88 Scrolls, please talk about that real quick.
Oh yeah, yo, we got the challenge that's gonna start up on Monday. So Monday through Thursday, we got the 4 different workouts. We got some critiques in there a little bit, but I try to post a video. So if you go in there, just check the pins, and the training and conditioning. And we got the challenge up. We got the demonstration videos up. Just try your best to keep up. Don't try to compete with anybody. Only compete with yourself. Do not come out here and try and do what other people are doing. If you see somebody doing diamond push-ups instead of regular, just do your thing. Do it at your own speed and burn out in that 2 minutes. And just keep it going.
And working out is important because MB now talks about confidence. You know what I'm saying? Confidence, listen, if you're confident with your body, that is going to show. If you're confident with your ability, you're confident with how you look, you're confident with how you move, how your abilities with your body, your strength, it's gonna radiate, bro. People's gonna feel that. People's gonna get that energy. You know what I'm saying? So
where you walk around.
Everybody partake in our training and conditioning. We're going to be doing workouts together. I'll be in there working out with everybody. We post our videos every day. Let's make this a culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people, they try us because we look frail. You know what I'm saying? If we looking frail out here, people going to try us. People, you know what I'm saying? But if we're comfortable with our bodies, we're comfortable with our ability to move our bodies, then we're gonna radiate that confidence, and people's gonna think twice about that. So everybody, let's join that let's join that, and let's be community and work out together, and let's do that. All right, y'all.
Sure.
All right, much love. I'm off for this. MB Nail, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I'll chop it up with you later, bro. I'm gonna hit you.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace, bro. All right, y'all. Much love.
All right.